cast iron Carnitas tacos.
I love them so much, I just want to eat them all day.
It's kind of like a dream come true. So here we got pork loin.
How
and 2 pounds. 1.5 ounces of tequila. 3 G's. Don't forget, it's 3 G's.
It doesn't have to be 3
It's 3
Gs.
Garcias, and
You
it
could
is. And it's
make
Resposado, and
it's
it's how you take it. A
Reposado.
shallot, and
A lime.
a lime.
Okay. What are the... oh, we're way behind. What are these seasonings?
You got salt,
Stop.
oregano, garlic, nutmeg, pepper, cloves, mustard seed, cayenne,
And a lot more.
Paprika.
And paprika.
red pepper. Doesn't matter what they are. Thumbs up, yo. All right. Throw it in your crucible,
It's not a crucible.
your mortar and pestle. Mix your spices together. Those of you who are fans of the fantasy role-playing realm, you know that this step
Look
is
at how-
crucial for you.
This takes forever. Why does it take you so long to get the spices into the crucible?
Because I'm meticulous. In case you didn't realize from previous episodes, I have OCD.
Hands. You don't.
Goblin hands.
It does take you forever to mill those spices, though.
All right, so the spices are ready to
You're
go.
milling them.
Yeah, I'm grinding them down.
It's like a million.
A million.
Oh, there's a mosquito in my drink.
Yeah, drink them down. Extra protein.
All right, so
Protein.
what are you doing here?
This is the shallot.
Mm-hmm.
No relation to Roblo.
His brother.
His brother
Shallow.
Shallow decided that he didn't want a movie career. And so Roblo was like, well, I'm going to have twice the movie career for you. And he didn't succeed.
Shallow is not as great as Roblo.
No. People are going to use Shallows for years. Roblo is going to be forgotten.
Don't forget, you're making something. Okay,
All right, so I poured this tequila in a glass first.
mm-hmm. Yeah. How many of those did you drink before you finally?
I mean, you saw how much is left in the bottle. It
Not
was
much.
a brand new bottle when I started.
Okay.
Squeeze in your lime into the tequila because that matters,
Mm-hmm.
and then decide to put your shallot into a bowl. Dump it in. Give it a good stir.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure that everything's incorporated, and then season for taste. Taste for seasoning.
Do not taste this.
Yeah, taste it.
It's shallots, tequila, and lime. It's
Yeah,
not
make
going to
sure
be
it
good.
tastes right.
No.
It should taste right. Make
It's
sure you get a big
right?
fork full of shallots.
How
whole
was
mouth. It was awful.
it? Clearly.
All right, so now we got our pork, and we're going to take this out. Now, when you're working with pork tenderloin, there's not as much fat like you would get with pork shoulder butt. Go to your butcher, ask them for shoulder butt. It doesn't matter. They know what you mean. You could say, I want shoulder, I want butt. They're going to get the same thing.
That
anyway,
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense because this is tenderloin. It's different.
So you're putting all that
yeah.
stuff. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
you're putting the stuff.
Mm-hmm. Putting the stuff in the stuff.
What-
Here's the cast iron skillet with a little bit
Make
of
sure you
oil.
push the bowl out of the way.
Yeah,
again.
now this is something that nobody needs to do.
Rachel Ray does this.
Yeah, but it's kind of a funny thing is it's like I'm pouring in liquid into this thing anyway, so I don't really need like extra stuff in the bottom. Like look at how much slosh happens when I dump.
It's very sloshy.
Yeah, look at how sloshy it is. You don't need to put oil.
It's like
in
a
the bottom.
rainstorm. Hey,
Anyway.
okay, so you put it in the oven.
Oven.
How long?
For
temp?
about 4 hours, 200 to 225 depending on your oven.
And then you transition to
Transition-
upside down cheese.
All right, this is what we're putting on top. Make sure you grate that cheese. Yeah. But then
Cheers to cheese.
cheese.
What are you doing here?
I'm pointing at the
You
things
got
that
an
go
onion, a
into,
tomato.
and this is for pico, but no cilantro.
Oh.
If you like cilantro,
You
we
can
can
have
still
it.
be friends.
Sideways rice and sideways butter.
Yeah.
Why is everything upside down and sideways in this?
I don't know, but make sure you put
Look
an
at
entire
that.
stick of butter in your rice.
Why is the frijoles negros upside down?
Because
Why
I
is
did
the
this.
cumin upside down?
Why
is
are
the
the
garlic
garlic upside
down?
And then, most importantly, the Carolina Reaper puree.
And it's upside down.
Yeah.
Why is everything upside down?
Reasons. All right, so this is about an hour to 2 hours away from assembly. I pulled the pork loin out a little bit dry, so I decided to add some chicken stock
Mistake
to kind
number
of
one.
moisten it up.
Mistake
and then,
number one.
This is the heart. No, it wasn't a mistake. You know what? You're full of mistakes.
There are no mistakes.
Shred it up. Throw it on a low burner in the back and just let it kind of chill.
No, you're not doing that yet. You're still heating it.
I'm still shredding it up.
Shred it.
It's so much work. Don't put this much work into anything
Look at that
ever.
Transition. That was really nice.
That's good. Thanks, Miles.
So, Miles York transition.
Yeah. Why don't you
Check out his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Miles York 26.
Miles York 26, where he does trampoline tricks.
And a whole lot of other stuff. Man.
No, mostly trampoline tricks. Cut up your onion and make sure that it's minced fine. Let's hear that mince. Oh.
Okay.
And then go straight to jalapeno.
Do you have to use jalapeno?
In pico de gallo?
I don't know.
I
You could use
I
any
guess
pepper,
not.
right?
Well,
Like,
I
what if
guess
you're-
not. But what else are you gonna put in that's green and has like a little bit of spice?
I don't know. Okay, listen to. Okay,
You know for a fact.
Listen.
Do it with one hand.
Wow. Okay, that was overwhelming.
Yeah, look at how beautiful the cross section of vegetables going into this pico. There's nothing quite as rewarding as making fresh salsas, even mild salsas like a pico de gallo. Oh!
Whoa! Did you sprinkle a magic spell on there?
I mean, you
What
don't
is that?
sprinkle magic spells,
Whatever.
doofus.
Okay.
You cast magic spells and you sprinkle magic powder.
Okay, goblin guy. I don't need.
Goblin hands makes pico de gallo. Put in a little bit of lime
like
juice.
Like a great guy. Oh,
Like a great gallo, pico de gallo by
he's a
goblin hands.
guy. Oh,
Goblin gallo. in case you don't know how to,
make rice, goblin guy. Oh.
in case you don't know how to make rice, dump rice in a pot, pour in water, pour in
Wait,
salt.
but it's a ratio, right? 1 cup rice.
Look
2
at the
cups
directions on the
water,
package of rice you got.
add
Do you have
some salt,
like random rice? Did you just find
add
like
a-
a bag of rice
add
with no
a dump
instruction?
of butter,
Dump your butter in.
and then dissolve away
Yeah.
to something else.
And here
'Cause
we go.
It's just rice.
It's
You
just
gotta
rice.
cover it.
Yeah. So you bring it up to a boil and then cover. Here we go.
No,
This
you
is the
don't
prep.
Boil rice.
You boil it for
You
hours.
Simmer it.
Make sure you boil your rice overnight. so that it's fully cooked.
Until it's burnt to a crisp. Okay.
All right. Tortillas
You're gonna make
being
some-
made. We've made tortillas before. This isn't anything new.
No, how much? Use some salt,
It's flour. It starts with.
oil, and then more
Salt.
oil, and then more oil.
If you don't have enough oil in the beginning, you can
you
always
just
add
keep
more
adding
oil.
oil.
Like I honestly believe though that oil makes for a real shaggy dough. And,
This looks like Scooby Doo to me.
This is
When does
Scooby-Doo.
it get shaggy?
and when you got Scooby Doo,
Oh, you dump it out on the counter, and now it's shaggy dough.
yeah, and look at how clean that bowl is. I didn't even have to wash that
clean and
bowl. I threw it
shaggy.
right in the garbage. Need the dough.
You need it. If you
build
need
those
it,
build those gluten
look
constructs.
at that. It's perfect. It's like a perfect ball, and then
It's a
you
good ball.
Rachel Ray this bowl up again.
That doesn't make sense.
Well,
Rachel Ray would never pour oil on her hand to oil anything up,
you don't know.
except her husband. Is she married?
I don't know.
All right, this is the prep. This is the prep for the beans. All right, we got garlic, and I think we're gonna get some good chopping on this.
Maybe.
Garlic is my favorite thing to chop.
I know.
Goblin hands work fast on garlic.
Wow. Then take the next hour and open up a can of beans.
Better than open up a can of whoop ass. Am I right?
I don't know. What whoop ass? It doesn't take an hour.
I know. You open whoop ass much faster than beans. Like nobody's like, hold on a second.
were
Let
you
me
doing?
let me open up this can of whoop ass. Can you wait?
Can you hold on a second?
Can you hold on a second?
One moment.
Yeah, it's coming. All right, so the beans
It's
get dumped out.
cumin. Not. We figured that out. It's cumin.
A little bit of chicken stock.
Chicken stock, and then what? What are you putting in there?
And it's cumin.
It's cumin. See?
Yeah, earthy spice, deliciously earthy spice.
Earthy. Really? Okay. What's that? That's the garlic.
That's the garlic. All right, this is. You
And
don't
then-
have to do all of this work for your beans. I
Spice
just
it
wanted.
up?
To, yeah, I just wanted to flavor them up a little bit.
You only put a little bit in there.
I just put a dab. I definitely could have used more Carolina Reaper puree.
Yeah.
Carolina Reaper, the hottest pepper in the world.
We like things hot, though.
We
Ooh,
do
look
like
at that
things hot.
transition.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Then
All
throw
right.
some barbecue sauce in your...
This was a big mistake. If you're making carnitas tacos, doesn't matter. Don't put barbecue sauce in your carnitas. Don't do it.
Why would anybody think to do that in the first place?
I don't know. Why did anybody show the filming of this? We could have skipped this step and you would have never known.
Well, thumbs up is happy.
All right, I decided that it was too goopy after adding the barbecue sauce and the chicken stock.
You made it wet.
I made it wet and mushy.
And then you're like, oh, why is it wet and mushy?
It was like putting your hand in a jar of mayonnaise. It's just like.
Okay.
All right,
so you made it wet and mushy, and then you had to make it not wet
I gotta
and mushy.
dry it out by throwing it in the oven and let
That's
it
good.
fry for a little bit.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. When you got your dough and you're ready to roll out your tortillas, you gotta make sure that first cut is the right cut.
Take your time. Get in close. Get in really close and
when
take
you
your time.
finally decided that it's totally separated,
Yes.
that's when you move on.
And then you go on.
See?
Yeah.
And then you roll the dough up. You want to make sure you get nice circles, discs. And this is the best part too, because I roll them up into balls. I made them nice, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to roll. And then I'm like, it's time to do something else dumb.
It's time to
It's
be
time to
Rachel
bring a
Ray
pan.
again for a while.
It's time to dump a pan in my work surface, and oil it up
And then
with my hands.
And then get all Rachel Ray again.
Yeah. All right, and then set that pan aside. Who knows what I'm gonna do with it? Who cares?
It's probably heating up.
All right, so here we go. We dust up your thing. Now look at how good that circle is. It's like a perfect
I can't
circle. as
see
it
the
starts.
circle.
Don't you see it in the distance?
Perfect circle.
Yeah.
I love that band.
I know. Who doesn't? A lot of people.
They're wrong.
And then we transition back to the stovetop where there's not a lot going on here. I gotta say.
What do you mean? There's like rice cooking in the lower left. There's beans up in the right. What am I doing? Nothing.
You're not here.
I'm not even helping. Not even a little bit.
No, you're bettering yourself with some online education.
Yeah, whatever. But
That's smart.
But I did help eat.
You did, and
Look at what are you doing?
And you also helped with
are you
this.
doing?
I'm using a fog machine over the pork to make it think that it's still hot.
Okay, but you brought the.
All right, the only thing that's really happening here is you see tortillas being made. You don't need this. You don't need to know this. This is what happens. All right, 30 seconds aside. Once you've rolled it out, 30 seconds aside. Oil up your pan.
It's very short.
It's very
surprisingly short.
It's not a lot of time. All right, so after crisping it up a little bit, I put it back in a cast iron skillet to help keep it warm. It's essentially what I did.
Man, basically you manhandled that meat for like hours.
Yeah, it wasn't tender initially, but I made it tender by its beatdown.
And then you thumbsed it up.
Yeah, thumbs up for final assembly. So got our tortilla.
Yeah.
Throw on a little bit of meat stick.
Yeah.
Throw on a little bit of butter rice.
Stick.
Throw on a little bit of spicy garlic beans. Bean it up.
Bean it up.
Yeah. Make sure that taco is full. Throw on your pico.
Pico it up.
You gotta have a little freshness in it. Add a little cheese.
It up
Make
and
sure
throw some cheese in the pico.
Make sure some cheese dumps in the pico
Be
because
a party fowler.
the most important part is the squeeze at the end. Yeah.
Like
Goblin
squeeze.
hands like to squeeze its meal before it consumes over a plate it doesn't use.